Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video is gonna be on this thing. I got it yesterday in the post, and I couldn't wait. I just went upstairs, tried to do a few looks there. I think I made 3 attempts before I just give up, and honestly my heart just sunk to the floor because, not gonna lie, I have seen a lot of bad reviews for this more than good. You know, like, I just thought, no, they must be doing it for views, like they can't be having that much problems. That they're like, come on, it's Anastasia, because the Modern Renaissance palette is like my favourite palette. Watch. Look how beat up this is. Like, you can see how much I like it. Look, I've hit pan on basically nearly everyone. But this is like the best eyeshadow formula I've ever tried in my life. Yeah, I tried to do 3 different looks, and I'll tell you about the shades now in a minute. Like, I'll go through each individual and I'll tell you about them. I've tried to use every single shade. I think there's 2 shades I didn't use, but by that point I was really fed up by this palette. But then today I come on here, try to show you how bad it is, and it actually hasn't turned out that bad. This eye is worse than this one. This eye doesn't look as nice. So it's just very like unreliable. Like, I just think this is just like a one-off, honestly. I use something different to prime my eyes though, so that might be why. So yeah, when I first seen this palette the other day, as soon as it came onto the ABH UK website, I bought it. I was like, it's a no-brainer, it's going to be the same as this one. If it's the sister palette to this, it should be the same. I mean, it should. So that's what I thought, and then it literally, I say someone was just laughing at me above, because it was like I pressed pay now and then all these bad reviews come out, and I was like, no, this is £42, like I don't want to be spending £42 if it's going to be shit. And the problem that people are having is the shadows, when you blend them, it's like separating and not like sticking, and it's really patchy, and that's the problem I had with this yesterday when I tried it. Today it wasn't that bad actually, I'll show you in the demo, but it's still not my favourite. You know, I don't want to be like working really hard for a palette to work. I want to be like bish bash bosh kind of thing, do you know what I mean? These are darker colours, so I guess you obviously have to be a bit more careful, but yeah, let's get into the review. I don't even want to use this Subculture palette, like, I'm gonna be honest. I tried this out last night, done about 3 different looks with it. Well, attempted 3 different looks. It's not good. It sucked donkey dick. That's a bit harsh. There's about like 2 or 3 shades that I like in this palette, and those 3 shades I wouldn't be able to make a look out of, but it'd be really weird. So yeah, yeah, let's try and make this work. Try. The key word being try, which I don't think you should try to make something work, it should just work. That attract me the most are edge and axis, but I don't know. Oh, windows open. I can hear kids like scootering. Okay, so the problem that I was having with edge when I was using it yesterday was, the only way I can describe it is when, you know, like you leave concealer on your hand for a bit and it starts to dry. Ooh, and it starts to dry. It's as if it was like oxidizing on the edge, like outwards going in. So like on the edge it was darker, and then down here it was lighter. It was the strangest thing. So yes, going to try and do something with these shadows now, but I know I don't like them. I just know. So I literally just done like 2 little taps, and there's so much product on the brush, and these shadows have a lot of kickback and like fallout. It's actually insane. Taking this on my MAC 224, I've primed my eyelids with NARS matte concealer. I'm gonna see how this goes. that worked this time. Isn't that annoying when like you tell someone like, oh, this is this, and then you go and show them and then it does the opposite? Like, maybe it's the different primer, because I noticed a lot of people who were having problems, they primed their eyelids with Tarte Shape Tape, and that's what I primed my lids with yesterday. And I had that problem that everyone's having where it's like dividing. I can't really explain it, but yeah, this is the matte and NARS concealer in a little pot, and it's blending a lot better. Like, I can't even tell you how bad it was yesterday. It was bad. that colour edge just looks different in the pan. It looks more like brighter yellow than like on my eyelid it looks more mustard, but oh well. Okay, I'm gonna take the shade Untamed and put that a little bit lower than edge, but I don't think this will work. Let's see. This is on a Bedelium Tools 776. Be so careful with these shadows because they're so pigmented. Okay, I'm putting it quite low and then I'm just gonna like buff afterwards. I just love how it's like all of a sudden working today, and like yesterday it didn't. Starting with edge, I'm just gonna buff along the edge. Oh, I'm gonna buff edge along the edge. I'm going with Axis, which is the different green shade in there, and just going with that. Just to intensify that a bit more. I'm just going back and forth with edge as well, just in between. I'm going to take the shade Electric and just pop that on the centre of my lid. Yes. I do really like that Electric shade, it's stunning. So this is the eye look. It's obviously not the greatest blending, but that is honestly the best I can do with this palette. But honestly, it looked so bad yesterday, so I don't know what happened today. I think it must have been the primer. I must have just agreed with this primer a lot more. It's just a concealer, it's not like a primer. But yeah, I don't know what happened today. But I'm just going to finish this eye and the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back to continue the review. My eyes. This eye turned out way better than this one. I don't know if you can see, it's quite patchy and it was hard to blend. And I don't know if you can see the green, it didn't want to grab in this part. I don't know if you can see it. I tried my best, but I thought if I keep blending it's just gonna go green all the way up to my eyebrow. So this one turned out, focus, this one turned out quite good, and then this one is like, no, but the lashes kind of cover it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through each individual colour with you and tell you my experience with it, if I like it, if I don't, and why. So the first shade we have is Cube, and this shade, like as soon as I touched it, it kind of done that thing where it goes, it has like a film over it almost. It's very hard and it hits like hard pan, and the swatch is just so shitty. I will do swatches as well. Yeah, this one doesn't swatch well at all. As soon as I like felt it yesterday, I was like, what the fuck is that? But I've got it on my inner corner today and it actually shows up really nice. So that one is just a bit like, meh. Like I have colours like this in my collection, it's nothing really that unique to me. The next shade I tried was Dawn, and Dawn is actually a colour that I do really like. It is just a matte sort of like warmish brown shade. It looks like quite neutral in the pan, but it actually comes up quite warm and pigmented, so that one I didn't have any troubles with. The next shade is Destiny. This shade. I wanted to do like a nice like camo eye yesterday. No, I had to wipe it off because this shade is a patchy mess. When I built it up and tried to blend it out, it was just so bad. I also think it's to do with the colour as well. It's just a bit of something or nothing. It's just like a wash of green. It's really not nice. And we have the shade Adorn, which is a stunning metallic shade. This is really, really nice. I would actually use this. And I found that I didn't even have to like wet my brush. I just used it with my flat synthetic brush and it applied really nice on the lid. Next shade is All Star. This I found to be quite patchy as well. It was doing a thing where you would start to blend it and it just wouldn't move from the bit that you were trying to blend. It was just like stuck. And then on this eye, with All Star, I was blending in and it was blending into nothing. It was just like a wash of burgundy. It was just really strange. Then Mercury, I didn't actually use Mercury because it's a grey and I'm not like a cool tone grey kind of gal, so I'm sorry, I don't really know if that's good, but whatever. The shade Axis is the one that excited me the most, I was most excited for, and this yesterday was really patchy, but today it's what I used in my socket and it wasn't that bad, but still you have to be so careful with it, and like it's patchy at first, but I think what's best to do is like pack on the colour first and then try to buff up the edges, but it's still like not the greatest and it's so much fallout in these shadows, it is ridiculous. Like I know the Modern Renaissance is like quite kick-uppy and like has a lot of kick-up, so when you tap brush and there's a lot of powder that comes up, but they perform well. These like have way too much kick-up and they don't really perform that great. The next shade is Roxy. I do like this shade, but what I find is I picked up the colour on my brush and I'd start to buff it into my crease, and where I initially placed the colour it was doing that thing where it was most pigmented there, and then it was really hard to like buff it out evenly, so I had to really build it up in my socket, so it was really bright coral and I just wanted like a wash of coral, so that's, yeah, I mean it's okay but it's not how I wanted to use it, so it did blend out in the end, but it took like a lot of work. The next shade is Electric, which is what I have on the centre of my lid now. I do actually really like this one. This is like a duochrome and this is like the same formula as Curve. It's quite like hard, it doesn't really swatch the greatest, it's quite sheer, but then once you apply it with a synthetic brush it's fine. The next shade is Fudge, which I already have as a single. Fudge is actually my favourite dark chocolate brown like eyeshadow ever. Got it in this little Anastasia palette that I've got, that I just made, and people are saying that it's not the same, and let me just swatch them next to each other because apparently it's not the same formula. Yeah, they're not the same colour. Are different. I don't even know if you can tell. But this is my Fudge that I have as a single, and that's the Fudge from the palette. The Fudge that I have pulls slightly more cooler than this one, but they're still both warm browns, but they are slightly different. Like I can tell the difference. The Fudge that I have has a little bit more like ashiness to it. So I haven't used the Fudge in this palette yet, but apparently it's just not the same and it doesn't blend the same. The shade is New Wave, which is a mustard yellow, and I used some of that today as well. This one actually performs better than Edge. Yeah, I didn't really have that many problems with that one, but still not the greatest. I'm just really like scared to use these shadows because they're just like, oh yeah, oh my god. This is Untamed, and this one is quite patchy, and this one is the one that separates quite a bit. I don't know what it is with the dark colours in here, they're just, you like start to buff on the outer corner and it's just like really patchy, it's really strange. Edge I was the most excited for, and yesterday I did this really weird thing where I was applying it in my crease and on the edge it was like oxidizing. It looked like the edge was getting darker, and the bit on my actual crease is like alright-ish. But it was the weirdest thing, and I've seen a few people have that problem as well, especially with like the yellows. But then today it actually worked, so I don't really know. I think it's honestly to do with Tarte Shape Tape, because I know a lot of YouTubers are using Tarte Shape Tape to prime their eyes, like I always do. But today I actually used the NARS Complete Matte concealer, the pot one, and these eyeshadows worked a lot better with that as my primer. The last shade is Rowdy, which to be honest I didn't use. It's a very dark plum shade, and I just, at that point yesterday, I couldn't be bothered to even try with any more shades. So yeah, that's basically what I think about each shade. Obviously today it worked out a lot better, so I will keep playing with it and seeing how it goes. But yesterday it was just whoa, whoa, whoa. Yesterday it honestly made me question my abilities to do makeup. Like, it was that bad. Like, it's almost as if like it's the first time you put on your eyeshadow, like when you're a little girl. it's just not working out. So yeah, I would say this is not beginner friendly. If you are not used to doing eye makeup, if you're not used to, you know, blending an eyeshadow and stuff like that, just don't do it to yourself. I will not purchase this palette, and I wouldn't recommend it just because it is that hard work, and I know how good the Modern Renaissance palette is, so I would recommend this one, and I will be getting a new one of this at some point. But this is very disappointing. I was so excited because for me, like, as soon as I seen this palette, I was like, yes, that is a bit of me. I was so excited. So the fact that this is like falling really flat for me is just crazy. What I did notice though, I thought these can't have the same ingredients because it's not the same formula, and you can tell when you're using them. And when you put them side by side, like, no. There's hardly any goddamn ingredients in this. Like, look at the ingredient list here compared to this. Like, the Modern Renaissance palette has so many ingredients, and this has like way less. And the first ingredient in all of these is talc, which is not a problem because Makeup Geek has talc in them. Quite low down they have talc in them, but I know loads of eyeshadows that have talc in them. Morphe eyeshadows have talc in them. But the first ingredient in the Modern Renaissance is mica or mica, I don't know. But yeah, definitely a different formula. I don't know why they done that. I don't know what they were thinking. I had such high hopes for this. I had such high hopes. I really wanted this to work a lot better. I'm not saying it's the worst palette I've ever used. Yeah, today I had some issues with the blending on this eye. This eye wasn't too bad actually. I did do it quite quickly on this side. This palette's got me really like feeling a bit deflated. I'm gonna play the cricket noise now. So yeah, would I recommend this palette? No. I wouldn't recommend this palette at all. I am quite sad that I spent £42 on it, but hey, win some you lose some. But now I will show you swatches of each of the shades, and these swatch amazing. Like, by the swatches you'd be like, Becky, what are you on about? But I'm telling you, swatches need nothing. Like, something could swatch fucking shitty as fuck and it will be the most amazing thing in your eye. So we have Cube, Dawn, Destiny, Adorn, All Star, Mercury, Axis, Roxy, Electric, Fudge, New Wave, Untamed, Edge and Rowdy. So I don't know if you can see the Cube shade, it doesn't even show up that great, but as you can see, I think, yeah, All Star you can see is patchy, that one is patchy, Axis, yeah. So yeah, as I said, you can't really tell a lot by just finger swatches. You need to actually try them on your eyes. and it doesn't matter how pigmented something is, something really pigmented can still be patchy, so yeah. Okay guys, so that wraps up this video. I hope you enjoyed and it helped you out with your decision of buying this palette. Personally, I wouldn't go out and buy it, but yeah, that's about it. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys! Mwah.